Hi, my loves, and welcome to Jennifer's Open Book, where we don't believe in filters. We have a motivational speaker with us today, which I love talking to our motivational speakers. And she is also an author. Before I get to that conversation, if you have not already subscribed to this channel, hit your subscribe button now, like this video, and make sure that you share this video. I am very sure there's something that someone needs to hear. So make sure that you share this video and spread it all over the place and leave us some comments. Let us know what you think, and go check out some of my other videos and let me know what you think. I will apologize to my viewers if you are viewing right now, viewing this live. I have not figured out how to read my comments yet. So I'm not able to read your comments, but once this video posts, if you have any questions or comments, I would appreciate if you leave it there. We're still working on it. This is still new for me, you guys, and I appreciate you bearing with me. I appreciate your patience and your support. Um, Again, I want to let the Melanin Primitive show know that you have, what is today, Wednesday? You have 3 more days to get in touch with me so I can send you your care package for being my 100th subscriber. If you don't get in touch with me, that will carry over to my next 100th subscriber. But I appreciate you guys all helping me to get to this point. Thank you so much. So I did that little blurb. We're gonna get to Miss Brianna Terry. How are you today, young lady?
I'm good. I'm really good. How are you?
That's good. I'm great. So we connected through the Blind Girl Magic group. I absolutely love that group and the young lady who started it. Um, and you are totally blind, may I ask? Um, if you want to talk a little bit about that, let us know about like your condition maybe, and just talk a little bit about you being blind.
Okay. Yes, I'm totally blind. I was born blind. I have a very rare bone disorder called osteopetrosis. Osteopetrosis is a disorder where the bones doesn't produce enough marrow, which causes them to be very hard and fragile. So I've broken almost every bone in my body, some more than once. Like I've had about, I'd say 20, over 20 surgeries.
And you're smiling.
I mean, I
So you don't allow it to get you down.
I try not to. I mean, I have my days, but I just try to tell myself to push through it because I have so much that I want to accomplish, that I want to do. And I just try to think it's always someone worse.
Now, I went to school with a young lady who had the same condition. She was not blind. So how did that affect your eyes?
Something happened, I think, at birth to where the nerves didn't attach or I don't exactly know, but it was some type of birth defect, I think.
Okay. So you are an author. Can you tell everyone about um your book?
Well, I'm actually currently writing my first book right now entitled Scarred Not Broken. And it's a memoir, just a book of my life explaining, the ups and downs of osteopetrosis, of blindness, the things that I've been through. And I also wanted to just be inspirational, give someone some hope. Someone that reads it hopefully can relate and get something from it.
You are also, I've read that you're also a motivational speaker. Now, I do the same thing, and I speak at every opportunity that I'm given. Do you get a lot of opportunity to speak, and where do you speak? Do you go to, like I've gone to different schools and spoken to different levels, different grade levels, and also I did a natural hair show a couple of years ago. So have you been able to do much speaking?
Well, I'm kind of just getting started, and of course, with the pandemic, it hasn't been that easy. But I have spoken. I've spoken at like the NFB state convention. I've spoken at some of our local events that we've done here. I've done things at the church, just like small things.
That is not small. That's actually a big deal, and that's a lot of us are doing it. Like just like you, I've done it through the church and um, through the NFB and, like I said, schools. So it's good that you're getting out there and letting people know what you do. Um, how do you know how far off your book is?
I want to be, well, I'm trying to work on having it done by the end of the year, but of course, it just depends on my health. I've had a few setbacks with it, but I mean, I just keep going. And I would like to be finished by the end of the 2020, but if not, definitely by my next birthday.
I think it's exciting that you're able to tell your story. So can you tell us just a little bit about yourself? Just let people know. I don't want you to like give us your whole book, but just let people know a little bit about yourself and what to expect. Different things. I know you said that you don't allow it to get you down or anything. Have you struggled with? Have you ever had to struggle with things like depression and relationship issues because of your disorder or anything like that?
Yes, especially in high school. I did. Like, I did really well. I was always pretty independent as a kid. I mean, I walked, I did everything. And of course, I always knew I was different because I couldn't do everything my cousins were doing, or my friends. But I still tried my best to keep up and do what I could. But as I got older, my disorder started to take more effect. I started to break more. When I got to about the ninth grade, I developed this infection called osteomyelitis. So I was in the hospital almost. I missed so much school. One year I was hospitalized like 4 times, and that put a damper on my social life. It like I really did go through a depression. It went to the point to where I thought about quitting school. I thought about so many ways to just give up. Like I felt like I was just pretty much a burden to everybody because I had to ask, "Can you walk me to the restroom? Can you anything I needed? I needed help. Anything I wanted." And I wasn't used to that. And depending on who you ask, people say no. Depending on what you need, it's too big of a. And I already like for me, I have an issue with asking people. Like I'll sit here all day and I may be hungry, but I'm not gonna ask. I'm gonna wait until my mom comes. So it takes a lot of courage for me to ask you for something, and when you tell me no, it just shuts me down. So it sends me all the way back to like I knew I shouldn't have asked. So that put me deeper into a depression. I didn't really have many friends. I still don't have many friends. I mean, but I have one. I have a best friend, but she doesn't live here, so we rarely got to see each other. So that time in my life was pretty like extremely hard.
Are things better for you now?
A little. I mean, it's I do a little. Like I said, I just try to keep myself busy with my blogs and writing my book. And with the pandemic, it's back to that place of we can't do anything because,
Yeah.
like I said, well, chronic pain is also a side effect of osteoporosis. So
I imagine so.
I may wake up fine, but by the end of the day, I can barely move or walk. Or some days I wake up and I can't move or walk. Or I may have only gotten a few hours of sleep the night before. But I still try, to put on a smile and say nothing is wrong. But deep down, it's like, okay. And I try to do I would do small things to get out the house, like maybe go out to eat or, just go grab a drink or do something to take my mind off the pain. Well, here lately, we haven't been able to do that.
Hmm.
So that's I think that's probably the hardest thing for me now.
It's a good thing that you're able to press through it, and you have to find something to keep yourself busy. I don't know what I would do without my daughter right now, not being able to really well, we can move around a little bit more. You just have to stay protected while you're moving around. But if I didn't have my daughter, I would probably be bored to tears. So, and the young lady that I was speaking about that I went to high school with, I was amazed. I first of all had no idea. I was in school with this lady for 3 years, and she was always in a wheelchair. And one day we went on a field trip, and she got up out of the wheelchair and like walked across the room. And I asked her, because I'm bold like that, why are you in a wheelchair and you can walk? And she explained to me, about her bones being brittle, and she's easily breakable. And I didn't get a chance to ask her, and I thought that it might have been pushing it to ask her about this, but she also had a daughter. And I couldn't imagine, like, if you're able to break so easily, considering how a child passes through your body. Like, how do you did you like break every bone in your body giving birth to your child? I was wondering how she did that. And I would love to actually ask someone about that now. Like I said, back then I thought, asking her about her walking might have been prying too much. But she also did not let, her condition hold her back. She was very popular, very pretty. Um, she just, had that condition. But like I said, also she could see as well, which was like great because she could move her own wheelchair around and everything like that. I think that you have a great story to tell, and when you get that book out there, make sure you get it on Audible and
Yeah.
Kindle so that the blind and visually impaired can read that story. I think that it would be great for everyone to be able to read that. Can you tell us a little bit about your blog?
So my blog is entitled Scarred Not Broken. Like Scarred Not Broken. I got that title because, as I said, I've had several surgeries. Just here in the last 5 years, I think I probably had about 6 or 7 surgeries. And I have several scars. I'm scarred up everywhere. My legs, my feet. I have scars everywhere. But I was trying to come up with a name and I prayed about it and I was just thinking, and my scars have always been something that bothered me. Always. Like I try to cover them because I don't want no one to see them. I don't want people to, I don't like, well, I don't know. I just don't want people, like, it doesn't so much bother me. Sometimes I kind of forget they're there, but like, I don't want other people to see them. I don't know why. I guess I don't want them to ask questions, which I don't really mind questions, but it's just something about those scars I don't like. So I prayed on the name, and that name came to me. It's like, you may be scarred, but you're not broken. Everyone has been through something that's left us with scars, whether it's emotional scars, internal scars, physical scars. We all have been through something, but if we're still here and we're still pushing, we aren't broken. So that's where I got the name. And I just kind of wanted to be like an uplifting blog, give you something that kind of, brighten your day if you're going through or something. I use my blog to help myself, honestly, to help me get
Hmm.
as well as help others.
I think that's the case for a lot of people. I use this YouTube channel. It helps me as well as others. So, what you are doing is a great thing, and I want you to keep on doing that, young lady. And don't worry about your scars. Your scars are a mark of your survival. So, think about it like that. Those are marks of your survival because you could not be here, but you are blessed to be here. Embrace them. If you don't mind answering questions, they're a good conversation starter. Just like Mark Kane, you know what I mean? Like, it's a good conversation starter. It's a great way for you to meet people. I try to see the positive in everything. You know what I mean? Like, our negatives, we have to turn them into positives. And your story can actually save somebody's life. You know what I mean? Even someone who doesn't have your same condition. And I'll give you this example. I was in a car. I was taking an Uber, and the Uber driver was asking me a little bit about me not being able to see, and I ended up telling him a lot more. I told him a lot about my life, and this man started crying, which I asked him not to do that while he was driving because tears blur your sight. So don't cry while you're driving. But he said, I really needed to hear that today. He said, I woke up today just in a bad mood. I've had a bad day. And he said, just to see you living your life and how your positive spirit, your positive energy has helped me. He said, I feel like I can go on with the rest of my day and nothing's going to bother me because I've had this conversation with you. So that's what I mean. Use your story to encourage others, not people, just people with your um disability, not just blind people, but everyone can learn from you and it will help them press through. So you keep doing what you're doing. I hope that you finish your book at the end of the year. And I want everyone to go and check out your blog, Scarred Not Broken.
Feel free to leave
Um,
and
I'm
share.
sorry.
I said, feel free to leave comments and share.
Leave comments. Do you want to leave any information, like an email address, if anyone wanted to contact you or anything, or your Facebook or anything like that?
Yes, my Facebook is just Brianna Terry, my name, but my Instagram is Brianna underscore Lachey. So that's B, my name Brianna, Brianna underscore Lachey, Lashaye. So feel free to follow me, DM me anything, any speaking engagement. You can also email me at Miss B, that's MS, the letter B, Terry, Terry 93 at gmail.com.
All right, Brianna. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I've enjoyed talking to you. Um, and like I said, everybody, make sure that you leave comments. Any questions, I will pass them on to her and I will make sure that we get a reply. Also, if you have any questions you want to ask her directly, she just gave you her Instagram and her email address. So just contact her and let her know what you want to know. Like I said, go check out some of my other videos and you guys continue to subscribe, share this video. Like I said, it might help someone in your life. Someone needs to hear this. So until next time, I love you. Bye.